Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols here. I have been this week in the Joy of Business Facilitator training, which is always a really fun time to just check in with my world, my business, all the classes that I do around business, and kind of up-level everything, have some different conversations. One of the conversations we've been having in class this week is your business changeable? And I love that question because of course it is. I mean, when I hear that question, I'm like, yeah, obviously. But it highlights for me where I think that my business is not changeable. And wherever we think our businesses are not changeable, which includes your life, the business of your life, living, everything that you do, anywhere that you think that it's not changeable is where you absolutely stick yourself. And one of the things that Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, says is that the only thing a successful business requires is change. And I love that quote, and I love the energy of that. It's like, if we keep changing things and keep changing our businesses and keep moving, and it doesn't mean you move at a frenetic pace or you change things completely every day. It's not about that. It's not about creating a reality for yourself where you don't even have traction, where you aren't able to move because you're just creating so much change that it becomes havoc. But it's more this idea of chaos, which is different than havoc, which is actually a generative and creative energy that you can instill into your business and into anything by choosing change. And sometimes change can be really big, and sometimes change can be actually, changing a point of view, or choosing not to do something that you were going to do, or changing up somebody's role in your staff, or changing how you do things, changing the questions that you're asking, the choices that you're making, changing your points of view. And when you start to realize that change is always available to you, and it's always a choice, and when we are willing to make those choices every day, there's so much chaos actually that we instill in our businesses, and that actually starts to really open things up and just give you new awareness. One of the things I've been looking at a lot in my own life in general, the business of my life, is what choices can I be making? What choices can I make today that I have never considered, that I've never made before? And because every time you make a choice, it can be really little or really big, it doesn't matter. But every time you make a choice, you give yourself access to new awareness. When you make a different choice, for instance, I've been wondering about what I'm doing with my house, the house that I own, that I've lived in for a long time. I'm ready for a lot of change in my own life. It's time for me to really change things up and instill some chaos in my life and my business. And so I was like, well, I could choose to go and see some houses that are for sale. I could choose to go see houses that are for rent. I could choose to go to another town and stay there for a couple weeks and see what it would be like to live there. So just playing with these choices that we can make, that even if I went to see a house that I wasn't even considering buying, it's it would still give me a totally different flavor, different realm of awareness. And so choice is actually, when we're really willing to choose in different ways and choose different things, we will get the awareness, we will get different awareness, new awareness that we haven't had before. And that's a really powerful space. It's a powerful choice. It's a powerful, it's a powerful thing to give ourselves, it's a gift, actually. It's a powerful gift that we give ourselves. And it doesn't have to mean that you throw your life up in the air. It's just making different choices to give yourself awareness of different things that you can change. And as you play with that, you're instilling the generative and creative energy of chaos in your business and keeping it alive, keeping it fresh, keeping it in the movement of things, which is how the universe works anyway. The universe is always moving. If we try to keep things solid and stable, we are resisting the movement of things. That just is how things are. So hopefully that was a contribution to you. And what can you change? What can you change today? What can you change in your business? What can you change in your life? What new choices and different choices can you make that would actually allow everything to be different and to thrive in ways that you've never considered?